Okay, so now we've set up the form, we've got some of the JavaScript ready, but in terms of the JavaScript, we've told it to go off and get a query, go to send the data to a query, and it's going to send a web token, and that's what we need to send off, and then but we need to have something for it to land on. So here's my get all books, and it's got a main and it's got a get all books. Now the main looks very similar to what we had before. Okay, so we've got um, the connection to the bookshop database. We've got a token thing here, so we need some things from here. So if we have a look in here, we need some functions from here that will process the token. So what we've got in here, we've already used this get token, and this makes a token. Okay, so you can see in here, there's all sorts of stuff going on. We'll come to that a bit later, but all you need to know is it takes some data and it encrypts it and puts it into what's called a token, and it returns that token. Now, you can't undo that process, but you can remake the process, and you can check that the two tokens are the same. So we have to have a verify token here, which basically takes the token, okay, and splits it into the different parts. And we want to take the first two parts of it. And basically, what the token is, it's made up of three parts. And what we can do is we can recreate the third part from the first two parts. So that's what we're going to do. So the code, verify token, looks very similar to get token. Okay. And what we do is it creates what's called a signature at the end. Okay. Having made the two parts, and then we create a signature and we check that the two signatures are exactly the same. If they're exactly the same, then it's fine. Now the signatures get made by using what's called a secret. So there's a secret hidden away in here, which is a 64-bit string. Okay, and that's unique to me. I've just made that up. That's just random. Okay, and that's my key. Nobody else should know that. It's sitting on my server. Nobody else can get to that. That's my secret, and I can change that every so often if I want to. Okay, just to maintain some sort of security, but nobody else should see it on that side. That's my key. I hold on to. Nobody else sees that. So when I send the token out, it's been encrypted using this key, and when I bring it back, I can have a look at the token and then recreate the token, the signature from the token, and see if the two match. Okay, that's how it works. So verify token does that, and it tells me if the signature part matches my one I've just created, then verify is true. Otherwise, verify is false. Okay, so this takes the token apart using the full stops. There's three parts to it, and it should have a header and a payload and a signature part. Okay, and I want to see if that signature part matches what I recreate. And if they match, then that's fine. That's the token I've sent out. It's a genuine token. Right, so we need to use this. So in here, that's where all the functions are for that. So here, this is where I capture the data and I decode it. And let's just check that it will do this. Make sure it receives the data. So that's the first thing I want to do. If I don't know it receives the data, then there's no point in carrying on. I need to make sure the data is actually getting there. So if I go back to my page, just refresh that. So it should have actually run it. So if I go to application, and no, I want to go to network, don't I? Network. Okay, there's run get all books. Let's just do that again. So I'm going to just refresh it and it should run get all books. So there it is. So data received, that's what I've sent. I've sent my token and that's what it's got on the other end. Okay, so let's go back. So I know if the data's there. So I'm just going to But always do that, because if you don't do that, you don't know if the data's getting there, and then you're worrying about what what what's going on. So here I'm going to extract the web token. So let's just make sure what I've got is called web token with a capital T. So lowercase web, capital T for token. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting now. So that grabs the web token. This is the subroutine that will check the two. Okay. So the secret, like I said, the secret is in here. There it is. So that should be grabbed now from here. So that should get the secret. Where's the secret? The secret should be passed in. We'll check that that's passed in. That should return the secret, verified token. So I might need to say in here, because I'm not running that there, I'll need to get the secret here. So I'll say $secret equals get key. So in here, get key returns my secret. There's my subroutine. So I'll say that. So then I can pass that secret into here. Let's put a comment in there. Key for okay. So and then what we want to do is we want to not run the add user subroutine, run the get all book subroutine. Okay, send the results back. So hopefully this is going to give us that. We only need to pass the connection to it. Okay, so that's our $con. And then in get all books, what we're doing, again, we've got our response like we had before. Now we need to set up our query here. So I want to get all the fields from the database, and in the database, they should be in the book table. So I want to get all of these fields from here. So just to test your query out, you can just do it here. Now this is all the fields, so I can just say select star from new line, and it's from book, and that's it. And I want to order it by title. Okay, so that's got all my books there. It's ordered by the title ascending. Right, so I'm going to take that query. That's my query. There's no parameters, so I just need to use that as my query. So I'm going to replace that one with through the passwords and so on. So it just says select star from book, order by title ascended. So that prepares it. There's nothing to bind because there's no parameters in here. I just want to get all the books regardless. Okay, we might modify this in a bit, but for the moment, that's what we're getting. And then I'm going to try. Always do try and try to make sure it works, because if it doesn't work, we need to pick up an error message. We execute it. This line, make sure that what we get back will be a dictionary. So we want to make sure we get a dictionary back. Okay, that's really important that we get the dictionary back, because we're sending back JSON, key and value pair. And then this says get all the results, fetch all, means get all the results from that query and put them into this variable called all books. And that's my data here. Okay, that's my data. Success code is 1, data is that, message is success. If it fails, then we send the error message back. So $E get message is the error message. That's the exception message. So you can see that. And then we return the response to this main routine. So this response should be the dictionary which got data in it. And then we put that into the envelope, and then we send it back. Okay. So Let's see if that works. So if I go back to my page, so if I don't need to refresh this, I need to refresh this. I don't need to, but do I need to refresh it? Yeah. So there we go. So it's got all books. So it's found something wrong, undefined variable data in line 24. So let's go and have a look at that. Yeah, because I've called it data received. Data received web token. So that should match that. Just do that by double clicking. That's what we did do. That's my fault. So let's go back here. Let's just refresh that again. Go books. Looks as though this has worked this time. There's nothing to preview. Right. So if it's worked, then what we should have in application here. Did I not save that? I didn't save that. So it has sent something back. So we need to grab what it sent back. Where am I? Network. Okay, so it sent the web token, the response. Okay, it's because I've done something afterwards. So if we go back in here, if we go to console, sources, if we open up getallbooks.js and send request, web token, return user details, switch. Right. So let's see what it's sent back here. So this is where it should be. It should be putting the data into here, but there's nothing to put in. But it should have set something here. So we're responding to the success code. So let's refresh there. Right, so it's not getting there. So let's see what's happened. Let's log in. Let's just clear that. Do a hard reload. No, there's nothing there. So let's stop it there and stop it there. Right, so why is it not doing that? So for some reason, it's not letting me run this. How long have I got left? 12 minutes. So, okay, so I'll stop there and we'll work on resolving that error to make sure it's there. And then, like I said, these things happen and we have to work out. So it's good for you to see what's happening and how to work it out.